Hello folks, and what I'm going to be doing today is just a quick tutorial on how to put patches onto an actual image to make a 9 ping. What I have here is the Dialog Full Hollow Dark 9 ping. This is the actual ping that comes out of the Framework Res app. It's a typical pop-up that you see throughout the ROM. What I'm going to actually do is make a new one. This one's already themed for a theme that I made. And what you notice on top we have, and on the sides and bottom, are these thin 1 pixel long bars, or I call them handles. And these are the actual patches that are needed for the ROM to read it, to either shrink it or make it bigger or whatnot. I'm not going to bother using these. I'm going to make my own. So basically, I'm just going to follow this pattern of this image here. Use the rectangle tool here. Now the width of this particular image is 240, and the height is 72 pixels. And I'm using 8 pixels for the edges, and that's pretty close to it. And I'm just going to center that, and that's all I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the bottom layer. Now I have no patches at all. Now the reason why I like to build over top the original is I get to save the name. I'm a bit lazy, but I like to do it that way there. So I'm just going to pop it onto my desktop, save it as a 9, and that's it. Now another image that I'm going to make from scratch is just a typical round image here, and this is 200 by 200, so I'm going to make this, we'll call it 140 by 140. Give it a round edge to it, so make it about 20 all the way around, and that's okay. I'm going to center that, and I'm going to hide the bottom layer so it's transparent, and I'm going to save this as, I'm just going to call it test.9, make it a ping, and save it. Okay, now we're going to get into the actual patch 9 patch tool. I like to save my patches on the desktops. I can just drag them in, and here's the dialog that we did earlier, and I want to expand that and bring that down a little bit. Now the thing for patching, you can use all of these different kind of show lock and show patches and show content and so on. I don't really use it. What you need to be very careful on with patching is that you need to make sure that the right and bottom patches line up to the edges of your image. Okay, and these two patches here will determine the stretching of the image, the actual size. Okay. Now we have a curved edge here. So what we want to do for this is just drop the patch down just above and just below those curves. Bring it in and bring it in just to about there. Now what I can do is have a quick look over here. That's what it would look like originally. But after you stretch it, you grab the patch scale and you can stretch it. See how those edges are nice and clean. They're not distorted at all. And that looks pretty good. And all I'm going to do is just go ahead and save patch 9. Now I'm going to close this. I'm going to open it again, and I'm going to throw in the new one I made. And already you can see how it's distorted because it's not patched. So I'm going to reduce this, and basically this is going to be the same idea. You want to bring these patches, the right and the bottom, right to the edge, and the bottom one as well. And again, because it's a curved edge, you want to just drop the patch below those curved arches or those corners. And the same with the top. You gotta just grab this. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it, but that's all I've ever taught myself how to do it. No one taught me how to do this. This is all from trial and error. And you can see after you stretch it, it's a nice curve. It looks very clean. And now all I have to do is just save the patch. That's it. Now I will show you another technique for doing patching. That will come up in the next video. So that's basically all I do for patching. You can use the original patch. Go back over here, and basically you can just keep that as long as you match your image to the original. Then there's no problem about keeping the patching. What you don't want to do is touch these patches with any kind of style. Like if you go to the edge like that, it's not gonna work at all. So make sure that you leave these patches alone, or you can just get rid of them, save it, and make your own. Okay, I hope that helps you out.